Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Right now. You ready?
Hey, something else. Hey, let's go. Something crack.
Right Monday down.
Check 99. Check 99.
On first down, it's Roth. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Rock 57. I got it.
Hey, Haywood.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Come on.
You ready?
To throw, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
50
Down.
Mike 57.
Ready?
Come on.
Hey, we're good. You ready?
Here's Carr. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And an alley to run. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, big run there. 29 yards and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed. And
now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Two times. Out. 3 down. Out. Wait. Switch.
Carr going to throw. And he fires one incomplete. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
50 seconds to Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Thornton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Big down. 185. Wrap it.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They're not ready for this. They still playing Purdue. Y'all playing the wrong football. Begin.
They'll try the left side. Roth. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Down. You 188. I'm here all day.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
637. 57 to Mike.
Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Kill. 24. Let's go.
On first down, Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His 4th touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. And
he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson. On the screen, this is Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again is Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Tackles. So Mike 51.
From the 31, Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Thornton. 20. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing, man, force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 3 yards out, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Kill. 57. Mike, 57. Get ready.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. He's going to find Gallup here complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Nice hit, 3rd and 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 40. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To throw on third down, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Watson now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
The Chargers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Chargers on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tevin Coleman. His 6th touchdown of the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Roth. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
In your face.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. On 2nd and 9, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. This is caught, it's Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. On 1st down, Coleman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16